Okay, I want to say good evening or good morning or good afternoon whenever you're listening to this broadcast. This is the neighborhood ward meeting that I host every third Thursday of the month with the city of Forest Park, just to give you information from our subject matter experts, those leaders in our city that is making Forest Park great. I started to say great again, but no, I don't want to say that. But I'm excited about all the great, wonderful things that are happening within the city of Forest Park. My name is Kimberly James. I'm the city council. I represent Ward 1. And thank you so much for getting this information. So we'll go ahead and move straight to our zoning department because I know our director has another meeting. So Ms. Gardner, can you give us an update, please?
Good afternoon. Yes, I can. I'll just go ward by ward. For Ward 1, we had total 12 total cases, 2 resolved. The largest number of issues we had was exterior accumulation of debris, 3 building code violations, and then the normal junk cars, overgrown grass, yard sale violations, and international property maintenance code violations. In Ward 2, we had 18 total cases with 2 resolved. Again, the number one issues were overgrown grass, junk cars, and parking in the front yard. Ward 3, 15 total cases with 8 resolved. Again, the normal, which was junk cars, overgrown grass, and this one, fence violations and outdoor storage of objects. Ward 4, 16 total cases, 6 resolved. 6 outdoor storage of objects was the largest offense, with overgrown grass, junk vehicles, diseased or dangerous tree. In Ward 5, we had 21 total cases with 9 resolved. Again, that was outdoor storage of objects, 3 junk cars, exterior accumulation of debris, which were the most offenses. And that completes the report in terms of code enforcement.
All right, thank you so much for that information. I'm sorry, go ahead.
One other thing I want to say is that we have created a new code enforcement brochure, and I did provide those to Ms. Dixon for handout to anyone that's at your meeting in person at 696.
Okay, thank you. I do have the brochures. I'll make sure they get out. This is the zoning department really helped us to keep our city cleaned up. So we want to make sure those residents out here adhere to our code and help keep Forest Park beautiful. We're gonna turn in-house now to our public safety department. We have our fire and police in the building. And we'll start with Sergeant Lewis, our police department. Come on up, sir.
Good, is it evening?
Yeah.
Good afternoon, evening. We'll do that. I'm excited to be here. I am Sergeant Lewis with the police department. I will start off by saying crime is crime. It is doing what it does. We have seen an uptick in commercial burglaries. So we're trying our best to combat that. As we move closer towards the holiday season, we're just trying to encourage residents to be mindful of any valuable items that you leave in your vehicles. We know Christmas is coming up soon, so when you start buying those Christmas gifts, you want to discard of your TV boxes and other technology things you may have. Just be mindful there are criminals who go around this time of year, they look for things like that. So don't allow yourself to be a target and a victim of these type of crimes. I'm excited to announce that tomorrow, I think we have 3 new officers graduating the police academy. So that's going to give us more men and women on the streets. We are looking forward to having at least 8 graduate in December. So we're moving along. We are excited, y'all. We have a lot of great things going on. We're getting our numbers where they need to be, and we're excited what we're going to bring that to the city. So that is what we have. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for that information. We're going to move to our fire department. We have Chief Clemens in the building with us. Chief Clemens, you have the floor. rocking the pink on behalf of Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
All right, good evening, everybody. Latasha Clemens, Fire Chief here in Forest Park. Bringing to you some brief information from the fire department. First of all, I'd like to start off by saying that we have 15 new recruits that are on board, as well as a new staff assistant. We added a fire inspector internally. They've been onboarded and were introduced at council at the October 3rd council meeting. Currently, we're advertising for an EMS instructor to assist in our EMS, our Emergency Medical Services Department. So that's being currently advertised. We have a new implementation of Lexipol. This particular product is designed for public safety departments, specifically police and fire. Thank you. Thank you so much. This implementation has 5 tiers to it. The first tier is high risk policies. The second tier is high liability policies. The third tier is daily operation policies, which is our standing operating guidelines and procedures. The fourth tier is our defensibility policies. The fifth tier is our operational consistency policies. Today was our first orientation of the onboarding, and it's going to be ongoing until we have full implementation of this product. Our 95-foot tower ladder truck is back in the city. It was approved through council to have our pump replaced on that, so that has been replaced. It is now at Public Works, having some other routine maintenance before we put it back into full service in order to effectively mitigate the incidents in the city of Forest Park. The fire department and the police department, in conjunction with Fort Gillem Army Base and the Clayton County SWAT team, we're going to have a annual active shooter drill / training on November 16th. More details and information about that is forthcoming. We know we have a lot of active shooting incidents throughout the nation. We want to make sure that our residents here in Forest Park are safe. So stay tuned for that. We're going to send out more information with that as we receive it. 3 of our members were awarded with an award at the Public Safety Awards presentation by the Knights of Columbus. That was Iwana Armstrong, Andrew Giamini, and Anthony Creighton. They received public safety awards. So I'm very proud of them for all the work that they've been doing into the fire department. And I believe that, lastly, we know we're in the cool weather months. It is getting cold here in Georgia. I'm a girl from Florida, so this is new to me. Tonight, throughout tonight until tomorrow, just look out for hazardous weather. We have high fire danger in effect until later this evening over portions of North and Central Georgia due to low relative humidities and dry fuels. But moving forward from Friday, we should have some better weather as we continue to go forward. And I believe that's all I have, unless there's any questions for me. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Fire Chief Clemens, for that great information. We're gonna move to our Public Works Department. We have Director Jinks in the building with us. And right after him, we'll hear from Mr. Abraham from our Economic Development Department. So here's Director Jinks.
Thank you for having me. And got a little bit going on. Just piggyback off building planning and zoning. All departments are working up on a brochure information, and we're going to put it into like a small pamphlet book, have it at all the city buildings in the near future to sort of welcome the new residents or people come by. It's sort of a one-stop shop. If you have a question about a department, you'll know a little more of who to call and who to talk to get this stuff rectified. But getting off that note, it's fall time, so next week we'll start putting up our fall flowers around the buildings and down the main thoroughfares, and hopefully get some flowers back in them planters that we got. And we're finishing up cutting grass and repairing potholes. And as soon as Halloween's done, we will be wide open on Christmas decorations. We got a lot to put up, and we have a good bit that should be on order that will be a surprise come Thanksgiving. It's supposed to be some pretty good addition to what we have had in the past. And last thing on the City of Forest Park government Facebook page, Clayton County Water is doing Rivers Alive. And it's a stream cleanup, and they're asking for volunteers to come down to Panhandle Park in Jonesboro. And everybody gets a t-shirt, gloves and boots, and gets to go play in the creek and clean up your creeks in the area. And it's just, if you're interested, just go on Facebook page and you'll see all the information. You have a blessed day.
All right, we have thank you so much, Director Jinks. Now we have our Economic Director, Director Abraham.
How y'all doing? So I got some really interesting stuff going on. I'm having a good time with my job, and I want to tell you about a couple of things. We had the Business Association meeting 2 weeks ago. We invited 1,000 local businesses, and we had 100 show up. And from then, we're going to have another meeting in January. I think we're going to get through the holidays and continue to build the Business Association. And we had all the directors there and all the departments, and they explained the businesses, all the services that we have here. So we appreciate everybody showing up for that. We're doing a lot of big deals at Gillem. Fort Gillem's 1,000 acres down there that the city got, and we're right at the end of the project. We are just last week closed a big deal that I think Ms. James will tell you about next week, maybe. It's a very important deal to us, and we're putting another big deal under contract. There we go. Under contract and so we're about out of land down there, but we're bringing a lot of jobs there between these two that should have maybe, I guess, 2,000 jobs or so. So Gillem has been very good to produce jobs for us. When the project's over, they'll have about 10 million square feet and 5,000 plus jobs. So that's been a very good project for us. Let me see, the Development Authority has some facade grants that they're making awards here along Main Street. And they had $200,000 that they split up between 8 different businesses that they gave them to improve the fronts of their buildings. And so the Cookie Gram was the latest who finished theirs. And so you'll see improvements along here, people landscaping and rebuilding the fronts of their building. The Development Authority just approved another $100,000 to continue that program. It's very interesting. We've met with a couple of companies who want to locate charging stations, electric vehicle charging stations. And they want to be in most of them, both ends of the city, because they come off the interstates. People get on their computer, their phone, they say, I need to get a charge, and they pull off. So it's a very interesting business, and there's quite a bit of interest at one down in Gillem, one at this end of the city. We're working on with that. So the last thing I'd like to say is thank the HR department for the great party that we had for the city employees. And I had a blast. I got to play
Thus, Ms. Lewis. Ms. Lewis, come on up. You have the floor.
Good evening, everybody. The City of Forest Park is hiring, and we have some wonderful positions open. I'm going to read you a list of the current positions that we're advertising for. So we have police major. We're looking for a management analyst in the chief executive office, a police sergeant to join. We're looking for a court administrator, a police lieutenant. The fleet department is looking for a fleet foreman. We're also advertising for a maintenance worker part-time, looking for a building foreman, and that would be in the Public Works Department. The police department is also looking for a police captain. We're looking for a qualified, wonderful mechanic to come and join staff. We're always looking for police officers, and we're looking for a man specialized in writing grants for the police. We're looking for a firefighter and firefighter EMTs. And we're also looking for a communications operator. And that's in the police department. That's a 911 position. And we're looking for a heavy equipment operator in the Public Works Department. And the Public Works Department is also looking for a full-time maintenance worker. If you're interested in applying for any of these positions, it's very easy. You just simply go to our website and it's at www.forestparkga.gov. You click on departments, then you click on human resources, then job opportunities. And then once you see the button that says apply now, you just click on that and you create an account. And once you register, you can apply for any of those positions that you're interested in. And you can also upload a resume. Okay, and if you have any questions, give us a call. We're at 404-366-4720, and I'm at extension 421. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lewis. Appreciate that. So lastly, before we bring up our council aide in the building, and I think she's going to introduce our new council aide as well. A couple things that we have going on. We have in excess of about, I guess, $3 million that we have to spend from the American Rescue Fund. And so we are using part of that to give a bonus to all of our staff members. I don't know if you all got it yet, but all of our staff members, I think it was 2,500, something like that, and 500 for part-time employees. We also just recently approved, I don't know if it was 300,000 or 400,000, I can't remember, but something like that, 300,000 or more for additional rental assistance for those of you out there that may be struggling with trying to get ahead of your rent. We do have that funds available. We have some other things that we're looking at, like home repair to help those of you that's been in your homes to get some repair work done. So those are some of the things that we're looking into using to spend that money for. So we got some great things happening in the city of Forest Park. And so I'm excited to be a part of that. And so I'm going to bring up Ms. Dixon to give some closing comments, and then we'll take any questions that you all may have.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in to Forest Park Ward meeting, sponsored by our Councilwoman Kimberly James of Ward 1. It's definitely an honor to be able to talk to the community. For those that can come out to the meeting in person, we also still have it on Zoom. So for those that are at home, we love for you to try to come to the meeting as well, because she always has some good stuff here at the meeting. So you're missing out. But want to kind of bring you up to date on some things that we have going on in the city and some things that we just finished and hope to bring back to you all next year. We had our Pink Panther Walk was on last Saturday. We had a great turnout. We love for the family and the kids to come out and walk for the Pink Panther Walk that's hosted at Star Park. It's always the third Saturday of October every year. And then we have a fall festival coming up on October 29th. That fall festival started at 12 noon. And then we have a costume contest for the kids. We have bounce houses. We have the horses coming back, so we can do some horseback riding. We have the famous bull coming back for the fall festival. And it's also tailgate time. So we will have Georgia versus Florida Gators will be playing at 3:30. So we will have the tailgate going on. So bring your tents, your chairs, bring your fun, because it's tailgate time. We're going to have a good time at the park. But I want to introduce to the community our newest council aide. We lost Dee a couple of months ago, and we were eager to find someone that could step into the position and be as a part of the team. So I want to introduce Marsha Johnson. I'm thinking Michelle Hood as the city council, but I want to introduce Marsha Johnson.
Hi, I'm Marsha. Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. Oh, sorry. Again, I'm Marsha. I'm very excited to be here. I love Forest Park. I think this is an amazing community, and I look forward to meeting everyone and getting a chance to work with everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you again. And we're going to turn it back over to Councilwoman James.
All right. All right. Well, again, I want to thank you all for tuning in, whether you're tuning in on a recording. We're going to take some questions in-house, so I'm going to go ahead and end the meeting for this evening. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back here next third Thursday of the month at 5 o'clock at 696 Main Street. You all have a great evening.